The Blood Knight is a class that's not currently one of the most popular inside of Diablo Immortal, but today I want to bring you guys a build that's being used by a friend of mine, Koth, that is a really solid Blood Knight build for dungeon bosses, Helliquary, PvE. So if you're a Blood Knight and looking for a solid build, this is the video for you. Make sure you subscribe for daily Diablo Immortal videos. Starting off, Shadow's Edge is the primary attack that's being used. Then we have the 4 skills. Shroud of Night is number 1. Swarm of Bats comes in at number 2. Number 3, we have Mephitic Cloud, and Skewer is at number 4. Quickly diving into the Paragon, Harbinger is the Paragon being used, and you can see the specific Paragon elements that are chosen. And, of course, the Legendary. Now, looking at the green items to start, you can see he's wearing War Rags of Shalbas. That's a 4-piece. He's also wearing a 2-piece Vathu and a 2-piece Skybreaker. Now let's take a look at the primary pieces of gear, really dive into the essences that are being used. We have Mephitic Cloud now damages nearby enemies and drains their life. Mephitic Cloud damage is increased by 18%. That's being used on the helm. Now, as you may notice right here, the names of these essences are not here in this build guide. So you're going to be going by the descriptions of what those essences actually do. And for our chest, Swarm of Bats also destroys enemy armor, increasing the damage they take by 19% for 3 seconds. You're also going to notice that all of the gear slots that he has right here have been awakened, giving that additional bonus of Swarm of Bats damage increase by an additional 10%. And the cooldown of Mephitic Cloud has also been reduced by 10% from that helmet. We have for the shoulders, Swarm of Bats now causes a small swarm of bats to circle you when you use a primary attack. A bat swoops down and bites enemies. Swarm of Bats damage is also increased. From our legs, while you remain inside Mephitic Cloud, your attack and movement speed are increased by nearly 30%, and you're getting the cooldown reduced of the cloud by 10% as well. We have primary weapon number 1, Shadow's Edge, damage is increased by 38%, and we got an additional 10% from that awakening bonus as well. Now we go to the first secondary weapon. Shadow's Edge now marks enemies, causing them to erupt for 50,000 additional damage. When reaching 4 marks, damage is increased by 90%. That's also a nice one for that secondary. For the second primary weapon, we have Skewer now causes you to leap into the air and slam into the target's location, knocking enemies airborne and stunning them. The damage is also increased. And then the secondary weapon, Shadow's Edge also increases your primary attack speed by 10% for 2 seconds for each enemy hit, stacking 3 times, and the damage is increased by, I believe it is, what is that right there? I can't even tell. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have a click through of each item to be able to get the complete read through, but I think that this is enough information for you guys to be able to get the idea so you could put the build together yourself for all you Blood Knight fans. Now, quickly taking a look at what the green items actually do. For the War Rags of Shalbas, primary attack damage is being increased by 15%, and your primary attacks gradually increase your primary attack speed up to a maximum of 25%. Vathu is going to increase your beneficial effect duration, and Skybreaker, dealing damage, unleashes a lightning blast at the enemy's location that shocks all nearby enemies, dealing 9,500 damage per second for 3 seconds. This one can occur more often than every 6 seconds. Additionally, he does take us through some of his stats as well, so you can see what kind of numbers. Combat rating is 51,410. His resonance is 5k res, which we'll get into, and I'll show you his gems in just a moment as well. And is there any other stats that he shows? Armor penetration, 44,100 approximately. You could see all of the stats that he shares on his account right here. And now he's taking us through the gems that he's using. A Blood-Soaked Jade, rank 6. Hilt of Many Realms, 6. Maw of the Deep, 6. Roiling Consequence, 6. Frozen Heart, rank 6. Blessing of the Worthy, rank 7. He's got a Gloom Cask, rank 7. And a Bottled Hope, rank 6. You'll also notice he has a bunch of resonance gems built within there that are helping him get to that 5k res. And now we could watch him dive into a Helliquary Inferno 8 boss. He's doing this one solo, and you could just kind of see how the build works in action during this battle. Again, this is something you could use both during Helliquary like this. You can use it in any open world type fighting. You could use it for Oblivion pillars, or you could even use it for dungeons, doing a good amount of damage to the dungeon boss. You'll be able to notice the damage being done also over on the left hand side to give you an idea of how strong this build could actually be. Let me give you a little bit of a peek as we close out the video. Remember guys, if you want to stay up to date on anything relating to Diablo Immortal, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I put out videos every day. And again, thanks to Koth for this build. And a quick look into a Oblivion pillar run right